Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Tara with Mayhem Crafty Cards. In today's video, I thought I would do something a little sweet. I have this set from MFT called Happy Together. So I love this little image of this little girl. She reminds me of my daughter. So I went ahead and stamped them out using the Ink on 3 blackout detail ink. And I use this ink for everything. I mean, especially when I watercolor, because I don't have to heat emboss, which saves me a huge step. So I did go ahead and use my zigs to color her in. And I'm sorry if some parts of this video is a little bit blurry, but I have been wanting to make something a little cheerful, just to say we're all in this together. And I really enjoy this little girl. So I have been a little slack on my videos lately, and it's because of the heat. The heat is kicking my butt. I went ahead and already colored did a watercolor kind of rainbow. I went ahead and did that ahead of time. It was just in one of my background stashes. And I'm going to use a circle die cut to cut that out, and that's what she's going to be sitting in. So yes, the heat has been kicking my booty. It has not been very kind to me, but I will take the heat over the snow any day of the week. So yeah, it's been a little rough, but we have really high humidity where I'm at, so it's not so much the heat, it's the humidity. But anyways, back to the card. So I did go ahead and color one ahead of time too, and I wasn't sure which one I was going to use, but I knew I wanted to make my little bird yellow. I mean, I like the blue, but I don't know, just yellow is such a happy color for me. And if you hadn't noticed in the beginning of the video, I have a new intro, so let me know what you think about that. And do you guys prefer to see the coloring, all of the coloring, or just to go ahead and speed through it? I know everybody's different. Everybody has, different preferences to what they want to watch. But I just wanted to get a little bit of feedback from everybody. So yeah, it's this little girl. She's so cute. She reminds me of my youngest daughter, because I can so see her sitting and making a little flower bouquet. Not in a dress, because my girls aren't dressy girls. They are little tomboys, which is fine. I love it. I wouldn't have it any other way. So I was going to do a darker yellow on her sleeves, but I decided to use the blue. And I also made her little sandals blue as well. And I did leave a couple of my mistakes in because, we're not perfect. Nobody's perfect. And it does happen. So just so you know that it does happen, it's not everything's edited out for YouTube. But yeah, so summer has finally hit. We can do some things here and there, but it's not like the normal summer. I don't know. I think it's because the kids stayed at home for like the last 3 months. It's not like kind of the same excitement as it would have been if the kids had gone, finished the year out at school. But I'm happy it's here. I'm so glad that it's here. I know things are crazy in the world right now, and I just wanted to do a card that was happy. You have to find your happy place, because it's good to keep up on things, but sometimes you just need a breakaway and to do something you love. And that's what card making is for me. I love doing it. It's my happy place. It lets me create. And I am by no means a watercolorist, artist. I just do what I love to do. So don't be afraid to do the things you love to do, because we are our own worst critics. And you can't compare yourself to anybody else. Your art is your art, and you just have to be happy with it. So yeah, I did end up coloring the bottoms of her little sandals just black, because I wanted to make sure there was a little bit of contrast. And I just I just wanted to be happy. So the sentiment I'm going to use is, together we can make anything happen, I believe. I'll have to wait till I get a little further into the video. So I did go ahead, and I had the matching die set for her, so I went ahead and cut her out and cut my circle out. And I'm just kind of figuring where I want to place her. So then I did go ahead, and I am going to mount this on some black cardstock, and I believe it's the Brutus Monroe Raven. Yes, the Raven cardstock. And that's one of my favorite black cardstocks. So what I'm going to do is I almost went ahead and did the sentiment on the black cardstock, but I decided to use the color, the other part of my watercolor paper. And I just stamped that up using some VersaFine, and I almost forgot to use my powder bag. Which, if anybody's heat embossed, you know you need to use something, because if not, you're going to get little speckles all over the place. So I just kind of wanted to make it more cohesive and, stay with my theme. So that one I did heat emboss, and I didn't heat emboss it with Gina K Fine Detail Black Powder. So, and I'm going to go ahead and pop everything up on the card. And it's going to be very dimensional. I kind of wanted this to stand out against the black. So, I did go ahead and pop everything up on foam squares. I'm sorry, I feel like this video is kind of all over the place, but I really enjoyed how this card turned out, and I will be posting that at the picture of the card at the end. So I have to tell you guys, I have a very exciting rest of my June and July coming up. I have some big things for my little channel, and I couldn't be happier. It's such an amazing experience to see how many people support you in this journey, in any journey really, but for me this is really out of the box, and I'm loving it. I'm so happy that I found something that I can share with other people. Oh, and I did get the new Wagner heat tool because my other one died, and I have to say I am so glad that sucker died, because this heat tool is amazing. It heats up super quick, and I have to be careful because I've burnt my fingers a couple times. So I tried to get it in camera, and it just was being a pain in my booty. But yes, I have so many exciting things coming up for June and July and August. So there's going to be lots of hops. I am working on a little project, but I can't say anything just yet. It will be very soon, though. So yeah, I appreciate all the support. I am now almost to another one of my milestones, and I try to keep my milestones, reasonable. Like, you just have to set a goal. Set a lot of small goals. Don't set one huge goal that you may, if you don't achieve it right away, you're gonna just quit what you're doing. I set a lot of small goals, and it's because I know that once I hit that next goal, that my end goal is almost there. So I am so grateful and so thankful that I have the support that I do. And just like in our Facebook group, Handmade Happiness, such love, such support. It's amazing to see a group of women come together the way that our group does. It's fantastic. So like I said, I'm popping everything up, from the circle to the little girl to my sentiment. Everything's being popped up. I wanted a lot of dimension to this card. So yeah, just keep an eye out for the things that I have coming up. We have a lot of hops, which are always fun, because then you get to see other creators, and we all have different styles. So yeah, I'm super, super, super excited. So let me know what you guys think of the new intro. I'm sorry that some of this video was a little blurry. My phone did not want to cooperate with me today, which is no surprise. Technology, right? So after I get done propping her up and propping up, my sentiment, I then am going to use some liquid adhesive, because the card is really heavy, and I probably should have used double-sided tape, but sometimes I need to be able to move that card around on the base. And I did put her, I did mount it on a 4.25 by 5.5 top folding card. I always forget my measurements, which is terrible. I shouldn't. But, and I believe it was Not Your Mama's cardstock from Brutus Monroe. I have to say, I am super impressed with his cardstock. It is amazing. And it's so just a nice heavy weight, but not so heavy to where you couldn't, mail it with one stamp. Now this one I would probably give to somebody by hand because there is so much dimension, and the post office has really, I don't know if they're like cracking down or what they're doing, but it's almost a pain to try to mail things right now. But, it is what it is. And I always try to line it up at the top. Now I do have to cut off a little sliver on the one side because I think it was just from me when I cut it originally. And I am going to go ahead and stamp the inside of my card. And I have these 2 cute little flowers that I'm going to put at the bottom corners of my card. I try to always, I've been trying to remember to stamp the insides of them, even if it's just like these little flowers. So yeah, thank you guys so much, so incredibly much for all the support and watching and liking and subscribing and commenting. I love reading the comments, and I try to comment to everybody. So yeah, have a great weekend, guys. See ya.